as a die-hard fan of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, I must confess that my life has been forever changed by these masterpieces. Having binge-watched both series multiple times, I can confidently say they are not just shows. They're experiences that transcend the small screen. The debate over whether is better has been raging ever since the spinoff started, but there is one exact moment where the prequel became better than the original series in the prequel of John Pop and its prequel series are two of the most critically acclaimed shows of all time, with them being consistently beloved throughout their runs. Now that the universe has concluded, a lot of analysis is going into which show is better, with the obvious answer being due to this one scene. As a diehard cinema enthusiast, I must admit that when the news broke about a prequel for Breaking Bad centered around Saul Goodman, I found myself scratching my head at, frankly, it wasn't clear if there was enough narrative depth to sustain an entire series based on this humorous sidekick, especially after the phenomenal run of Breaking Bad had set such a high standard risk of standard requirement in, launching a spin-off series could potentially diminish the original show's enduring legacy. Yet, as soon as Better Call Saul debuted, it became crystal clear that the creators were not just playing around. The series was lauded throughout its early seasons, but it was only in this particular scene where the true brilliance of Better Call Saul truly shone. Better Call Saul got better than Breaking Bad after season 3, episode 5. Chicanery changed everything. Initially, Better Call Saul endeavored to surpass the reputation of its predecessor, Breaking Bad. Yet it wasn't until season 3, episode 5, titled Chicanery, that it truly achieved this objective. The focus of this episode revolves around a hearing where Jimmy McGill faces the potential disbarment due to allegations of tampering with Chuck's evidence. This court case alone makes for an intriguing plotline, as Jimmy's disbarment would significantly escalate the tension within the series. In contrast, the episode Chicanery from Better Call Saul reaches its peak when Chuck decides to testify against his brother. The strategy devised by Jimmy to unmask Chuck's fabricated condition is undeniably one of the most ingenious plot twists in the series. The heart-wrenching monologue that follows, delivered by an enraged Chuck, is arguably the most memorable scene in the show. The raw emotion displayed by Jimmy as he exposes his brother makes this a particularly poignant moment in Better Call Saul, with the emotional depth of the Jimmy Chuck confrontation surpassing that of Breaking Bad's climax. Elevated Better Call Saul and changed the show forever. It was the true start of Jimmy's downfall. In Better Call Saul, Jimmy outsmarting Chuck represents a significant turning point, as Jimmy's act of deceit towards his brother sets him on a sinister path that becomes evidence in Breaking Bad. While Breaking Bad was undeniably excellent, the emotional intricacy displayed in the chicanery episode is unique to this particular installment. The prequel series doesn't rely solely on tension to keep viewers engaged. Instead, it offers a captivating storyline. Essentially, chicanery marks the beginning of Jimmy's descent in Better Call Saul, which explains why the show improved significantly after this episode. Better Call Saul somehow continued to get better after season three. The show continued to improve, even though chicanery was exceptional. Surprisingly, grew even more captivating beyond season three. Um, in the early stages of season three, maintained its emphasis on legal matters, with Nacho's presence hinting at the return of crime narratives. However, these stories didn't reach their full potential until later on in the series, after uh, the return of Gus Fring in added layers to his already terrifying character. And the introduction of Lalo Salamanca brought a villain into the prequel who was just as intriguing and entertaining as Gus was in Ma. How he spent in the 20.
And Jimmy's journey throughout the rest of Better Call Saul became even more captivating following season three. Um,
As Jimmy disgraced Chuck, his slide into criminality only worsened, uh, drawing him nearer to Jimmy and Kim's ultimate scheme to undermine Howard Hamlin. Um, the intriguing development of their romantic relationship was also a highlight, with the tragic end of it and Better Call Saul not being explored until the closing chapters in the series. Many of Better Call Saul's most compelling scenes didn't emerge until after chicanery, demonstrating that there was still potential for further development and growth. Uh, Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul are both fantastic, or no matter your favorite. Both shows are near perfect. While people may have their preferences, it's indisputable that Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul are exceptional series that change a. The two that you saw is on the uh, near flawless programs uh, is challenging due to their outstanding quality. Uh, it's tough to find any shortcomings in either show, and the most intriguing aspect is how they complement each other. Um, Better Call Saul loses its impact without Breaking Bad, and knowing Jimmy's eventual fate in Breaking Bad significantly enhances Better Call Saul. This interconnection works so well because both shows are incredibly well made,